Well, I guess I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I've been in the hospital. I'm not going to get into that, but I've been in and out of the hospital last month and a half. Spent a couple weeks in the hospital. I'm good now. Been through a lot. I'm good. I'm excited to get back to listening to records. While I was in the hospital, a whole bunch of packages have come in, and I'm excited because my first viewer package come in, and my friend John Husk from the UK, we've known him for a while through our bike channel, my son and I's Wolf Tick Videos channel. Anyway, but first time I've got any kind of viewer mail on Ramblin' Wolfman, so I'm excited about that. I need to get this stuff opened. So I'm going to start with John Husk because he was nice enough to send that all the way from the UK, and I'm excited. I really appreciate it, John. And then I'll get to this one. We'll save these other two boxes for another day. You know what's great? I only know of one or two albums in this mess somewhere. I can't remember because this stuff, I think I even ordered one while I was in the hospital. I can't remember because I was on morphine. You know, who knows? I did learn when you're in the hospital and you're on a drip, careful with commenting on videos and or texting. That's a thing. I didn't know that. I go back and look at some of my comments and texts now I made when I was in there in the hospital, and just say, yeah, I'm glad Metal Theologian. I binge watched. I don't know if you guys have watched Metal. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Metal Theologian is. Anyway, man, I binge watched his channel. It got me through a lot of time in the hospital. So thank you to Aaron, Metal Theologian. And let's get into this right now and find out what music or whatever we're going to talk about. All right, John. Again, thank you all the way from the UK sending me something. And thank you for all the years of watching our bike channel. And thank you for watching this one now. And I'm so thrilled that I have someone that's into similar stuff that I am on the whole vinyl thing. It's really cool. This has been a much needed hobby. You know, the Tick has his RC stuff, and I really needed something, and this has been a much needed hobby, and I'm really excited about it. So, okay, so I got it open. I don't know if there's a note. There's okay, looks like a card here. I'll show you the card. And none of this is pre-open. If you're familiar with us on other channels, we don't ever preview things. Oh, this is Ann Grandma. Okay. Wolfman, hope you and the Tick are well. I think this is a cracking album. All right, it's an album. It is also a very good pressing and sounds superb. All the best. Your friend in vinyl, Husky. Well, thank you, Husky. I appreciate it. Nice card, too. That's really cool. Let's see. Okay. Something I don't have and I'm not familiar with. So that's, see the glare there. I don't know if you guys can see that, hopefully. And that ring light is great to have, but boy, it's horrible on any kind of plastic. Death Havana. The present is a foreign land. Okay. First of all, the album art's awesome. I mean, I'm a photographer, so I can already appreciate the shot there. I have no idea what this is. I cannot wait to listen to it. I've said this already if you guys have been watching my channel or not. I'm going to say it again. One of the things about this whole vinyl exploration, if you will, the hobby and getting into this is, I have to say, it's funny because I've been alive since the 70s, and I've been listening to music since I guess I really became a fan of music somewhere in the later 70s as a child. I had a console stereo that my mom somehow, thinking back, it's weird. It was in my closet. It had the sliding doors. You could open the sliding door and there was a console. It took up half my closet. And anyway, it had an 8-track player, AM, FM, and a turntable. And I remember I also had a cassette player somewhere because my first cassette was Kiss Rock and Roll Over, which I've talked about in the past. But I remember, like, I only had records, like I had, my records were like Chipmunk Punk and some other one, I can't remember, like kids stuff, which what's funny is I loved it back then. I don't know if I could listen to it now. But Tammy Wynette, I remember she had Stand By Your Man single, Tammy Wynette, so I probably played it 400 times. But there was a couple other albums she had in that just had it in there for me to listen to. And I appreciate that from her because I guess, that's what kind of got me into music is having that in my closet and playing records on it. And then, as I grew into a teenager and stuff, I had my own records. I used to have about 20, 25 records. Not a lot, mostly cassette tapes. And then CDs came out. And what's crazy is, to this day, I don't know whatever happened to my records. I don't remember getting rid of them. I don't know if they got lost in a move somewhere. But, I had some Dio albums. I had... I'm trying to think. I know I had a whole bunch of 45s, like whenever a single would come out. Like I remember Bon Jovi. I had some Iron Maiden, I think, on 45, and I can't remember what all I had, but God, I wish I still had those because I'd just like to see what I had. I wish I had a list of what I had, even if I didn't have the record still, because I can't remember. It's been so long, 30, 35 years once you get middle age. It's a long time ago. But anyway, John, or Husky, thank you again for this. I'm looking forward to it, and I will definitely talk about it on a future episode about what I think of it. But let's get on to the next package, and excuse the rambling, but that is the name of the channel, Rambling Wolfman, and this was off eBay, and it was someone on eBay was selling a ton of really good albums, and most of them I believe I got all of them for like $5 or $6 a piece, and there might be some that's more. I didn't look them up first because I don't want to know what I got because I can't remember. There's only one album I can remember, I think. I don't know. But anyway, let's see. Let's find out together. And who knows? Like I said, some stuff I like to just try. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. Album number 1 here. I have no idea, and I don't remember the story behind it. And I don't know. Is this Frankie Goes to Hollywood? It is. Okay, that's right. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Okay, yeah. Flash. Don't know. Interesting. Probably like the covers. Why I went ahead and bid on that one. Again, I don't know much about this. I don't know what it is. I wished I could tell you more, but like I said, I haven't listened to these yet. I'm just going to show you what I got, and then in a future episode, maybe I'll go through them. The Dream Academy. Some of these I may have got just really cheap, and I was probably trying to put together an order so I'd get more stuff. I don't know. Crazy Horse. I do remember. There's only one album in this bunch that I remember. Hopefully, I think it's in this bunch. Beach Boys. The Best of Beach Boys. I have no idea. I'm not, again, Beach Boys is probably not my jam. I don't mind them. There's don't get me wrong, there's a couple of these songs, they're big songs. I probably got this as much from my mom as I got it from me, because sometimes she kicks back in here, listens a little bit. It's grandma, for those who don't know, because, to my son, it's grandma. And when Husky mentioned, he mentioned and grandma, because she's a fixture on the other channel there. Babe Ruth. Now, again, since I've gotten back into this whole vinyl thing, I've heard this album talked about. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what it is, but I've heard people talking about it, and I'm open to all kinds of new experiences and new music. Again, with vinyl, I'll sit there and I'll listen to the whole thing. I'll flip it, listen to it, and I won't, skip. It's too hard at least on my record player, to skip tracks, so I'll listen to the whole thing. We're on a CD player. I got the remote change, or if I'm on the internet. I don't listen to a lot of music on YouTube, so I don't, do that much. But anyway, so I got Babe Ruth because I've heard a lot of people on the channels talking about it. Have no idea what to expect. Okay, what is this one? Ambrosia? Rhode Island? I don't know. If you guys know anything about any of these, chime in. Like, tell me which ones you think I'm gonna like or not. Again, I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know what it is, but what's up with that tree there? That tree looks like something else. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I do remember ordering this one now. Grand Hotel, Procol Harum. I don't know if I've heard this is a decent album. I don't know. I think I've only heard their one big song. Was it Lighter Shade of Pale or whatever? Lighter Shade of, something like that. Anyway, and that's not on this album. I guess it's on the one before it, I believe. But I've heard this one is pretty good. I do remember ordering that one. Okay, let's see. Was, not was. Born to Laugh at Tornadoes. Okay. Again, I'm looking forward to it. Don't know anything about it. It's exciting. I think it's kind of exciting to get stuff you've never heard. I mean, am I crazy? No, I think other people do that, right? Especially with albums. You look at the cover and you like it. I don't know if I like that cover or anything, but again, it was probably really cheap, and it was, just to get more in the lot. This is the album because of one person telling me, and I've heard a few people mention that this is one of the Yes's best albums, Close to the Edge. If this doesn't do it, if this is edited, he put something in the background, it's probably going to be on this cover as part green. If this doesn't do it, if I listen to this album, this Yes album, Close to the Edge, if I listen to this and I still say, like, if I have to power through it and I feel like it's not going to have a bunch of replay want out of me to play it again at some point, I'm going to give up on Yes. I might order one more album and that's it. I don't care which one it's going to be, because this is supposed to be one of their best albums. It's been a few people have mentioned it now. So if it's good, or if I think it's okay, then maybe I'll give them a little bit more chances. But if not, and again, I'm not going to just compare it to Pink Floyd, but I do expect it to not wow me, but I expect it to at least make me feel the feeling. I mean, the first time I ever heard Pink Floyd, it was one of those things. I have to admit, the first time I ever heard it, I was pretty young. Because it was before my time. I mean, they started before my time, but I remember hearing my first album I ever heard of Pink Floyd was The Wall. I heard The Wall before I ever heard Dark Side of the Moon. But what's weird is it stuck in there, though. I wasn't crazy about it, but it stuck in there, and it had me going, I got to hear that again. And do they have some clunkers? In my opinion, yeah. There's some albums from Pink Floyd that's I have a hard time getting through. I mean, I'm not, just because I love Pink Floyd doesn't mean I love everything they've done, because I'm not a huge fan of some of their early stuff, but I love Pink Floyd, and the stuff that they've done that I like that's good is, to me, the best music in the world. But I like to try a little bit of everything, and I'm wanting Yes to work its way into my library of stuff I want to listen to. And if this album don't do it, though, I'm going to say I think I'm going to back off, and I think I have one more in one of these boxes, and I don't know if it's a good album or not. It's but this is supposed to be one of the best ones, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in to another one of Ramblin' Wolfman's Ramblings. And just remember, man, once you own this stuff, it's yours. You don't ever have to worry about anything. You should have to worry about fires and floods, but you know what I'm saying. You own your music. All right, guys. Later.